You can count on us.
Good evening. A Tillman County dispatcher helped to save a life more than 1,300 miles away. Dispatcher Cindy Kincannon took a 911 call from a Snyder woman who had been talking to her daughter over the phone in California, who suddenly began to have an abnormal pregnancy and bleed profusely. The Snyder mother called 911 on her cell phone, so it was routed to a Tillman County dispatch. 7 News reporter Garrett Cryer found out how the Tillman County dispatcher was able to help out even while several states away. Garrett?
Sylvia, incredibly, the dispatcher remembered a Facebook post she saw just the day before from her friend who also lives in the same city in California as the pregnant woman. At that time, she called her friend in California who called 911 so she could be saved.
You are an angel, Sam. Hope you know that.
Becky Hanna and dispatcher Cindy Kincannon shared a special moment together after meeting for the first time.
What are the odds that I called you and you had a friend that lived there?
Becky says she wanted to thank Kincannon in person for saving her daughter's life, who nearly bled to death states away after she went into premature labor.
And then I just broke out in tears. I told her, I said, you don't know what you've done. You know, I'm a mother, I'm this far away, I felt helpless. I couldn't help her.
But Kincannon could. She called her friend who lived in the same town as Hannah's daughter, Ashley.
I need for you to send an ambulance to this address. And she goes, okay, what's going on? And I told her.
That friend in California then called 911, but dispatchers there didn't believe her story at first.
And they were like, seriously, ma'am, a 911 called you from Oklahoma? And she said, yes.
Luckily, they ended up believing her. 5 hours later, Becky Hanna got the call.
I finally got a message from the ICU nurse at the Naval Hospital, and she says, is this mom? I said, yes, this is mom. She said, well, your daughter's doing fine. She's in ICU. She is very sick.
So sick, doctors performed emergency surgery and saved Ashley's life.
That's when I told her, you're an angel. And I said, you have no idea what you've done. And she said, oh, ma'am, I'm just doing my job. And I said, oh, no, no, no. You went above and beyond your job.
As for Kincannon, she says above and beyond is what her job is all about, and about considering herself a hero.
I really don't. I don't. I feel like I was just doing my job, you know, helping somebody who needed help.
Hannah says Ashley is doing much better and will go back to the doctor in a couple weeks for a checkup, but because she was only 6 weeks pregnant at the time she went into labor, sadly the baby did not survive, but doctors say it's a miracle the mother did considering the amount of blood she lost.
Hannah says at some point in the future she and her daughter would like to get together with the dispatcher and her friend in California so they can thank her as well.